Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to day 2 of CCA Academy. It is 6:49. I'm running a little bit behind. We gotta roll. How the heck's everybody doing, man? It's 0:30 again. Let me show you. Well, I can't really even show you guys. Hang on a minute. Let me get a better light. I'll be right back. Well, guys, I actually cleaned off my windshield. I know. You're shocked, aren't you? So am I, actually. Very surprised. It's streaky looking still because of the stupid You ever notice that, like, when it gets to be this time of year, it's hard to, like, defog your windows and stuff like that because either the inside temperature is cooler than the outside or vice versa. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know all that scientific stuff, man. Excuse me. Feeling much better today. Got a good night's sleep last night and ready to rock day 2 of Academy. So how's everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody is doing well. We are rolling on to the post office to get our training going on. I was going to address a question I had, and it was a pretty good one. I'm not sure if I've gone that much into it, so I thought, while I'm driving and yakking, I might as well. What's the difference, guys? What is the difference between a CCA and an RCA? Well, I'm going to tell you what my take on it is here. So there's a couple of big differences between a CCA and an RCA. Excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry. Allergies are acting up this morning. So a CCA and an RCA, what's the big difference? Well, it's in the title, first of all. CCA stands for City Carrier Assistant, and RCA stands for Rural Carrier Assistant, right? So 1 year in the city, obviously working like I'm going to be in the Fort Worth area. And then rural is where you're working in the smaller towns, the smaller post office and stuff like that. So that right there is your setting is different. And there comes something along with that. Number one, RCAs are under a different contract than CCAs are. And I'm not sure why they're under a different contract. I'm not ever claiming to be kind of a union expert. I just know that they're two separate contracts because the positions basically, even though you're still carrying mail in both of the positions, and I'm sure you're still working just as hard while you're doing the job. CCAs and RCAs have such a different job function that it stands to reason, I guess, that they decided to make a different contract for them. So they have and what those specifics of that contract are, I'm not 100% sure. I just have known that the RCAs and the CCAs have talked, and the RCAs have said, and I had one RCA say to me that a CCA's contract is actually going to be better than an RCA's contract. So, and again, I don't know. I don't know the specifics of the contract, but that's one difference. So remember how I was saying there's like different unions and different contracts for different positions within the post office? Well, that's an example right there, RCA and CCA. So, and obviously being rural as opposed to city, the RCAs are going to be driving their own vehicles, okay? And whereas CCAs are driving, more of the LLVs, more of the mail trucks and stuff like that, right? Also, RCAs work less hours than CCAs do. Now, how much less, I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard that, if overtime isn't your thing, and that if, you'd much rather have more of a life outside of work, then RCA is going to be the way to go as opposed to CCA. Now, again, what the hours differences are, I'm not 100% sure. I do know also that RCAs, rural carriers, make more per hour than the CCAs do. I think it's a couple bucks or maybe a buck more an hour than what we're making. And also, I've also heard that in RCA, if they work, say it takes them 6 hours to do their route, right? They still get paid for 8. But I know that their metrics, what they're judged upon, like what their level of doing a good job is, what they set their goals to be and how fast they're moving and stuff like that, are quite different than than a CCA's as well. So even though the job function itself is still delivering mail, you're going to be doing quite different work. Also, an RCA is going to be pretty much all delivering out of a vehicle. And obviously it's rural, right? So you got further distance to go between mailboxes, things like that. So that makes sense. So they're going to be all curbside. Whereas a CCA, you're gonna probably be walking a route a heck of a lot more. RCA's, as far as I know, now correct me if I'm wrong, please, on any of this, guys, any of you RCAs out there that might watch this, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to give out misinformation. I'm just going by what I know so far and what I've heard. But RCAs always drive, whereas CCAs walk more. Now there are driving routes with being a CCA as well, where it's all the mailboxes are at the curb, so you just drive your truck and deliver the mail. But there's quite a few more walking routes with a city carrier than there's going to be with a rural carrier. So guys, that's pretty much what I know the difference is, and I hope that, and again, I'm sorry, I'm not real great with names, and the person that asked me that question actually left a comment asking me the difference, and I said I would address it more, because when I answered the question on the comments, all I said was RCA is rural, and I can't say that word, rural, and CCA is city, but they're both carriers. But there is a difference in the job functions as to what we do on a daily basis and how the job is performed. So an RCA also makes more per hour. They do drive their own vehicle. Now, as far as like vehicle allowances and stuff like that, I think the post office probably pretty well takes care of that for them. But, just wear and tear on the vehicle. In another video, I'll probably go into why I chose to do a CCA job as opposed to an RCA job. And I think part of that, and to be honest with you guys, I jumped into the CCA position. I researched it, but I didn't really look at the RCA before I applied. So there you go, there's that. Having it to do over again, would I do RCA over CCA? I don't know, because I don't know what the CCA position involves and all that, and can I move to an RCA position if I don't like CCA? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty well locked in to what I signed up for. But I don't know, who's locked into anything really, if you think about it, right? So do I know if this road's rough. Sorry guys. Do I know if I would much prefer doing an RCA job over a CCA job? No, I don't. I'm locked into what I'm locked into. I will tell you that there's a lot more overtime with a CCA. So if you're looking to make a lot more money, and that's more important to you, and that's what kind of drives you, then the CCA position, you're going to get plenty of hours. RCA, not so much. Now, you can pick up more hours as an RCA by going to other offices and working, but just working out of your own particular office, per se, where you're assigned, your CCAs are going to be getting more hours out of those than the RCAs are. There's just more routes, right? More like the route, the office that I'm going to work for in Ridgely has about 30 routes, I believe it is. I asked yesterday, and the lady that's conducting the training for the academy is actually out of my location, which is kind of cool. I think I mentioned that yesterday. But she works at the Ridgely office where I'm going to be working. And I was asking her when we were walking out, because we were talking about different routes and different offices and the differences between the different offices. Like Arlington is a bigger, they have like 60 routes, and they're broke up into several different offices. Arlington, Texas is a bigger city, as opposed to, say, Bedford or North Richland Hills, things like that. And I asked her, I said, well, how many routes do we have in our office? And she said she believed that it was like 30 routes. So you're working for an office that has 30 routes as opposed to an office that has like 8 routes. Oh, and that's the other thing too. You make regular employee, where you get more benefits and things like that, as a CCA quicker than you would as an RCA. And again, the same is true. You got more people, so you got more turnover, right? So things are going to happen a little bit quicker being a CCA as far as becoming a regular employee, as opposed to the RCA. It's going to take you longer. You imagine it and you think about people that stay in their jobs forever. And if you got, RCAs in an office, it's going to take longer for the regular rural carrier to retire just because there's less people. You guys get it. You're smart. You understand. And that is my understanding of the difference between an RCA and a CCA. And I hope that answers your question. I probably left stuff out, but if I did, man, just any of you RCAs out there, any of you CCAs, any of you people that know a heck of a lot more than me, which is probably most of you, just let me know in the comments, right? All right, guys, it is 7:21. It's time to start rolling in there. Get day 2 started and get it over with. I'll be back. Hey, guys. It's lunchtime. How's everybody doing, man? Hope everybody's having a good day so far. This morning went real well. We met with the union representative, the president of our chapter out here, the National Association of Letter Carriers. And I joined, man. Union dues are not that bad every 2 weeks. And it affords you some protection against, shall we say, some of the management in the post office that may not be the best and have our best interests at heart. Plus, one thing that I really enjoyed about it is I have to wait a certain amount of time before my retirement can kick in. As far as like, there's the TSP program, which is like a 401k program. And I have to wait until I become a regular employee to be able to take advantage of that. So besides other savings that I may have, my wife and I may have towards retirement, like I've said and made no secret of on this channel, retirement's important to me, and I'm starting late, so I need to get an early start on it. Well, they have a employee program through the union where you can actually contribute, and that's a good thing. So that was one of the things that sold me on it right away. We went over the pay scales, the contract, and it's not bad. There's no 2 different pay structures or excuse me, anything like that. There's a pay structure for CCAs, and then there's a pay structure for regular carriers, of course. And you get it increases, yeah. So I went ahead and joined, man. First time I've ever been a union member, so I don't know. I joined it to see what it's like, and I joined it to afford me some protection. So that was kind of exciting. What else we've been doing today? Went over different types of mail again, what needs to be scanned, what we're accountable for as carriers, what we need to sign for, such as registered mail, insured mail. There's CODs, which, we have to be accountable for, so we have to sign for as carriers. So they bring that specific mail to you in the morning, you sign for it, and then you scan it in and do the things, the procedures that you're supposed to do. It's nothing real difficult, guys. It's just a matter of getting used to it, I guess. But we went over that today and a couple exercises, but mainly it was the union coming in. He talked to us for a good hour and a half and showed us a little video about the union and what they stand for and what they're looking out to do for you as an individual. So yeah, it was pretty good, man. Pretty good. That's all I got for right this minute. I'll come back to you guys after the break is done and the day is over with, and just kind of recap everything for you. But a good day so far, man. Good day. Hope everybody else is having a good day. Yeah, so again, it's gonna be like a second for y'all, 4 hours for me. I'll be back. All right, guys, the day is done. Hope everybody has had a good day like I have. It's been a good day. What did we do this afternoon? Not a whole heck of a lot, guys. We just kind of went over different types of delivery methods, how to kind of look out for dogs.
In 50 feet, turn right. Take the next right, then turn right.
Sorry, GPS again. And what else? Got ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do mock deliveries all day, so we're going to be outside most of the day, which is cool.
In 300 feet, turn left onto Meacham Boulevard.
Sorry, GPS again. Sorry, I just about crashed the gate there. There's a
Take the next left onto Meacham Boulevard.
And I thought it was going to snap, and it didn't. So, this is
in a quarter mile,
man.
turn
Day
left
2
onto North
in
Freeway.
The books, and my GPS needs to shut the hell up. So, yeah. Oh, another thing we did today, guys, too, was cased mail. So we have these stations set up, and they have all these little slots. It's like an L shape, and picture just a bunch of shelves in front of you with a bunch of dividers, and below that you've got different addresses, right? And it goes from left to right, from bottom to top. And they just had a ton of mail, old mail, what they call UBBM, which is basically mail that, you know, is no good anymore. It's you know, trashed out mail, basically, that nobody's going to use anymore. And we practiced.
Continue on North Freeway for half a mile.
We practiced casing the mail, or getting it ready for a route, so to speak. So yeah, we did all that today. That was kind of interesting, guys. I am slow as molasses when it comes to that sort of thing. So there was that we did today, which wasn't super exciting in any way, shape, or form. And I realized how slow I'm actually going to be at it. It just takes a little bit of a while, man. I guess I'm just one of those people that takes a little bit of time to get used to looking at the addresses and matching them up and stuff like that. So I was by no way, shape, or form fast at that. So we did that as well. And basically, guys, that was it. That was the end of day 2. So I'm going to end this video. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. It has subscribed. If you have not subscribed to Not Timmy66, please consider doing so. It's a lot of fun. You never know what's going to happen. All that good stuff. Y'all take care. You have a wonderful day. I will be recording day 3 tomorrow. Let y'all know how that goes, especially with the mock. I'll try to get some film footage in, man, because we're going to be outside a lot of the day, and I'm not going to be as scrutinized, as you know, if you know what I mean. So I'll see if I can get some filming in about the mock delivery tomorrow and see how that goes. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I want to thank everybody for watching. Whoa, Not Timmy66. Sorry for the shaky cam, guys. No matter
in a quarter
what
mile,
you do in
turn
life,
left onto North Beach Street.
no matter what you do in life, guys, make it count. Not Timmy66. I'm out, guys.